People don't like single-player games today as much as they did 5 or 10 years ago. Those were the words of EA CEO Blake Jorgensen when he started trying to convince the world that the future of gaming was to drop the story campaigns in favour of live service games. What do we think of that then, Kratos? Yeah, thought as much. Here it is, boys and girls, God of War PS4. God of War 4, God of 4. Sod it, let's go with Dad of Boy. Yes, it's already become one of the biggest internet memes due to the fact that dear old Kratos doesn't seem to like calling his son by his name and just refers to poor Atreus as Boy.
Boy, 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 inside, boy.
The God of War series spans multiple console generations and have always been the same formula. Hack and slash with epic quick-time event executions, not unlike games like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta. Not this time though. Oh no. Kratos is back with a new look, new son, new mythology and new gaming genre. That's right, gone is the top-down hack and slash button-decaying mash-a-thon of the old days, and it's been replaced by a third-person action RPG that, if I had to make comparisons, I would say is one part Last of Us and one part Dark Souls, with all the cray-cray over-the-top boss fights that you'd expect from the series. I have to admit that when I saw the transition developer Santa Monica Studios had gone for, I was more than a little skeptical. But this game is something special, and actually shows us why console exclusives can be a good thing. Dad of Boy plays like one would expect an action RPG should. Kill stuff, loot stuff, level up, and kill more stuff. But the magic of this game comes from the atmosphere and the character development. There are some genuine feels that come from the fractured relationship between father and son, as well as every battle holding a legitimate threat. This game is pretty damn challenging, and if you try and take a hack and slash approach, you will end up more dead than Roseanne Barr's career. Combat was all very tidy. As you hack and slash and cleave your way to victory, you really get a sense of Kratos' power. And of course it just wouldn't be God of War without Kratos' signature execution moves that usually involve him tearing his foes apart, not unlike myself destroying chickens when I go to Nando's. I've got to say I loved all of the mechanics when using the Leviathan axe. It never gets old as you launch it at some unsuspecting sap, smashing their faces in, only to have it return to your hand with an epic thud. It's basically Mjolnir. And I had to ask myself on a few occasions why we didn't have a Thor game using this mechanic. The loot and leveling systems are basic but pretty comprehensive, and there are multiple builds you can go for depending on whether you prefer using Kratos' godlike abilities or going full Viking Titan with the gnarly arsenal at his disposal. But the thing that really impressed and surprised me was the story. I found it both compelling and immersive, and even a little touching at times. Just hurt me till I get my satisfaction. It's hard to talk about the plot without spoiling, but I will say is while there are plenty of predictable moments, there are also some mad surprises and plot twists. I think God of War might just be the best looking console game I have ever played. The textures are spot on, the frame rate is solid throughout, and the character design is nothing short of superb. The developer really made the most of the PlayStation's hardware, and their hard work is evident in every backdrop. The game is basically just one big giant one-shot as well. By this I mean the camera never stops following Kratos, there are no cutaways, no load screens, nothing. On top of all that, the scenery is absolutely immense, whether it's the Norse mountain ranges or the gargantuan world serpent. This game is a graphical spectacle that has impressed me over and over again. The audio in this game also constantly delivers. The music is epic, the sound of Kratos wailing on whatever poor sod was unlucky enough to get close enough to be grappled by him are bone-crunchingly good. But by far my favourite thing audio-wise is the world serpent's dialogue. His voice booms so much that if you have a decent audio setup, it will make your whole house shake. So in conclusion, God of War is a must-buy, pure and simple. I hate to jump on the bandwagon with this game, but it really is that good. The game will sell consoles for Sony, pure and simple. So, the Worth It Dude score for Dad of Boy is 9 out of 10. An epic and violent romp through Norse mythology with a story worthy of a film or TV series. I loved every minute of it, and I can't recommend it enough. Unless, of course, you don't like fun, then give it a miss.